Gotta wait until I see the stream go live on the channel. There it is. Hello. Wave. Why do I have 1,000 bits? Oh, it doesn't matter. Anyways, here we are. I'll be straight honest, I've been drinking a little bit. I'm not a insane drinker. I'm not a super alcohol man. So I don't know how noticeable me drinking is gonna be in comparison to how I usually perform. I feel incredibly normal. I am still an idiot. I'm not gonna get sloshed. I'm not gonna get blackout drunk, but I might be slightly buzzed. Hmm. I am not indifferent to Thanko's troubles. Nevertheless, I will not apologize for holding him to a higher standard after all these years. He has never been a man of considerable resolve, and that is what I will continue to expect. What hardens me to know that some of us remain ourselves in spite of our present circumstances. Hold on, give me a second. I can but imagine how LSA and Alphanaut have changed since arriving here in the first. Perhaps you should be concerned with how you have changed. I realize I'm not as I was in the source, but I can't say I regret the decisions that allowed me to come this far. Returning to the matter at hand, I really must begin work on deciphering the tablet. In the meantime, perhaps you should take a look about Slitherbow. If there's anything you need, pray speak with Runar at the plaza. Did I tune here? I forget if I did or not. I don't think I did. No, I didn't. Just kidding. The Immoral Keep. Runar. Welcome, friend. Welcome. My apologies for a less than hospitable greeting earlier. Tell me, what is your name? From where do you hail? Come from foreign lands. From the Crystarium, I see. If this establish your problem may help us find the Light Warden here in Rakatika. Well, you are welcome to stay with us for as long as you need. Come, let me show you around. Oh boy. Would it be alright if I joined you? Of course, of course. Anything for our guests of our dear Master Matoya. Thank you. She means a great deal to the Knight's Blessed, doesn't she? If not for her, we may have all perished in the Great Fire. With our priest slain and our home in ruin, we were at the mercy of the Sin Eaters. It was she who drove them back, and with her sage guidance we were able to rebuild. Before long she became a central figure in our community, a great oak within whose shadow many have come to find solace. That's not to say there were not those hesitant to grant an outsider such authority, myself included. Perhaps it is a smile in her eyes, when she speaks of the sunless sea, that feel whole again. Now that she is with us, I have no doubt the others feel the same. She is as much of a part of the Knight's Blessed as any of us, and we are grateful for all she does in the service to the dark. But you did not come to hear this from me, yes? No. You should know there are certain customs we ask guests to adhere to so as long as they reside within Slitherbow. I shall reverence to the dark. In a word, yes, but fear not. It is not too involved. Let's begin with something simple. Follow me. What do you need to look at me? Can't wait until we leave this area so I can hear that song 552 times before I leave this area. A day in the neighborhood. If you see any of our people come to this chamber, they likely have returned from a journey beyond the borders of Raktika. We use the water store here to cleanse ourselves of the light's impurity. A simple and perhaps peculiar custom, but one of our most important. Would you two kneel for just a moment that I might rid you of light's impurity? This is the second time that I needed to get bathed by random characters in this expansion. What do you think Yoshi P meant by this? What do you think the writer for the entirety of Shadowbringers meant when he decided that the player characters should bathe themselves a couple of times throughout the whole story in order to progress? As the winter lightly sprays you with water, your skin begins to tingle. Just kidding, that was ayahuasca. And with that, you feel your cleanse of the light's blessed blighted touch. How do you feel? I'm not sure, to be honest. Not refreshed exactly, but I do feel different. Has this water been treated in some way? Pretty late to ask for that, huh? Only blessed by your priests. They are practiced in the arcane arcs. As such, it is said their prayers imbue the water with a faint and dark energy. Prickling sensation. No one has ever spoken of such a reaction before. I want to say it was an unpleasant sensation, but I too felt something strange. The dark aspect of this water should now have no discernible effects, unless... By the gods, Master Matoya was right. You are sin eaters. I just. What you felt was likely no more than a chill of the water. Perhaps now would be a good time for you to acquaint yourselves with the people of Slitherbow. For that, I must teach you a customary greeting. Alentuta, in the language of the Ronka, is one of several ways one might say good evening. The world is not as safe as it once was. In this greeting, let us quickly discern friend from foe. Is there a handshake or gesture we should know too? I would hate to offend anyone. You need not worry. Merely read the words Alentuta, and they will know you as friends of the blessed. I'll await your return here. Now go. They're likely to be heartened by your knowledge of our ways. It's like learning random phrases of someone's language. It's like saying, hola, ¿cómo está? De nada. Mucho gracias. Mucho grande. How does it just say? There it is. Alentuta. The elderly woman smiles warmly. Damn, look at the lighting here. It's crazy. You'll probably see the lighting if it wasn't for the fact that these ugly ass things are in the way. I got this nice thing in my head. Away with you. I was kind of confused. Okay, I forgot to say the thing. Ellen Chisi, welcome, friend. I take it you will remain in these woods some time, yes. Be wary of these woods. You'll find a poison in near everything you see. But fear not. A medicinal tea will keep you healthy. Ask and it is yours. Cool. I remember the gameplay loop now. Hey, are you gonna scream at me? What are you gonna say to me the first time? Is that person playing hopscotch? No business with strangers. Alan, Tuda. Newly come traveler, Alan GC, and welcome to Slitherbow. You must forgive us if we seem strangely reserved. We are quiet and taciturn people. Silent and serene as the sunless sea. Quiet makes it easier to discern the presence of eaters and other dangers here in the woods. Wow. Is everyone gathered here watching one person play hopscotch? Is this what it's like? Is this what it's like? I never played hopscotch. I don't know what it is. I've done everything else that you can think of in regards to the way children's play. I have jump roped, I've kickballed, I played tag, I played freeze tag, I dodgeballed. For some reason, dodgeball was the main thing that anybody ever got excited for whenever we did PE. Everyone was so kind and gracious. I was nervous at first, but I'm starting to feel at home. There's much more I have to learn about the Knights Blessed, but their faith and strength of will are nothing but short of inspiring. I can see how they built such a thriving community. That's what you think. You've returned. Very good. No doubt they were glad of your company. It's been too long since we've had visitors. Remember, if you have any questions, or is there anything you need, do not hesitate to ask. Wow. Speaking of which, we must arrange food and lodgings for your stay. As friends of Master Matoya, we can ask for payment, but if you would be willing to lend a hand. I would rather not. It would be my pleasure. We are fortunate indeed to play host to such generous souls. The task I have in mind is simple enough. All I ask is that you take a jug and water the crops in the square. Okay. May I help too? Of course. One of you can do the filling and the other can do the watering. Speak with the... Here's the bell when you have finished. She'll be relieved to hear the crops have been attended. Will you take care of that? I will see to your room. I'll see to your room and a warm meal. Then I'll fill and you water. 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 I'm trying to get that accent right. This was the only jug I could find, which was small enough to lift, but I'm afraid there's a crack in the bottom. You'll need to hurry to the garden before all the water leaks out. Transport. Yeah, that was hard, Bert. Duties require the transporting of items to a designated location. While carrying out such tasks, use of action will be restricted and you'll be granted transporting status effect. Okay, where are you attacked? So am I gonna get attacked by rat roaches or rats or some shit? And that's why I'm gonna drop this water. Do I have it? Oh, I have it. Check that out. Wow. Alright, I did it once. If watered half the pot of the plot, another jug of water will cure the rest. So enough water for the plot. I need one more, Minfilia. Only half. I see. Let me refill the jug for you. What is the Lahi melody reminds me of something, but I don't know what. For some reason, one of my immediate thoughts was the John Cena's theme. I don't know how it goes. Now that I was put on the spot, I don't remember how the fuck it goes. Hello.
Well met, travelers. I observed you earlier speaking with the others. Have you needed something? What are the crops? Ah, my apologies for not noticing sooner. I've been rather distracted as of late. Father than crops was always told his duties, but
Game?
she's no longer with us. We have since taken to sharing the duty, though, never with guests. You are most kind. Is there anything else we can do to help? We can plant something if you like. There is no need. The plot is small, it is true, but it provides us with enough to survive. That's no more.
How? Are the fruits magical?
I don't know how you manage. Was it not considered leaving? It would surely be easier anywhere else. I understand why you might say that, but the path is not always the right one. Tell me, do you know our history, where our faith came to be? Yes, I believe I saw. The Knights Blessed was initially formed by those who have lost their homes in the wake of the flood.
I didn't realize my mic was on my face. Whoops.
What began as an occasional gathering of survivors eventually grew into a community, which ultimately decided to strike out on its own in the Rakatika Great Woods. I see that you have read our history. But there is a history that is told and one that is lived. Like so many of those times, the first of the night lost everything. Their homes, their loved ones, all they held dear. To make matters worse, none could say what became of the souls of those who lost to the flood, when their bodies were reborn as sin eaters. The people were without answers, without hope. Their gods have drowned along with everyone else. It seemed that nothing was beyond the reach of the light. Soon they realized there is light, there must be darkness. Where there is light, there must be darkness. And in that truth, they found a new faith. A belief that the souls of the departed, could yet find peace beyond these burning skies, and the sunless sea above. That is why we pray, for the safe passage of wayward souls onto that blessed black abyss, for the return of the night, that we might someday look upon the kingdom of heaven with our own eyes. We remain in these woods for the self-same reason our founders first chose them. That we may lead lives of simplicity, with the shade of these trees as a constant reminder of our faith. So many seeking paradise in Yolmar. It's refreshing to find people who value a humbler existence. You are kind to say so. Many consider our way of life foolish, so it must seem to those who yet cling to their worldly possessions. At such time as these, when everything can be taken away in an instant, it is all too easy to lose sight of why we fight to go on living. It is not to hold fast to material things, but to hold those who went before us in our hearts, to keep alive the legacy they have left us. This we must do for them, our children, and generations yet unborn. Keep their legacy alive.
I want to do this blue quest before we get way too distracted with whatever we're doing.
You're the guest Master Matoya was telling us about. Please, you have to help me. I've searched high and low, and I can't find my friend Karnas anywhere. I fear he's run off to Fort Gone again. It's where we grew up, but it was abandoned years ago after the Sin Eaters attacked. The place is teeming with all manners of beasts now. Master Matoya has expressly forbidden anyone from setting foot there. I don't know what's gotten into him lately, but we have to find him before he gets hurt. If you should find him first, you'll want to tell him our password. Toke 2. He's a skittish sort, so don't delay in telling him so he'll know you mean no harm.
Where do I go?
Oh, all the way down there. Damn, look at my dragon. You know what they say about dragon and D's, right? There it is. This can't be good for me, but I feel great. No, just kidding, I don't feel great at all. Is that it? Is that him? Sorry, what do I say to this idiot again? Took two? Took two what, man? You're here from Sotherbow. Vorthen must have sent you then. I was fine until that damned beetle. It's only a scratch, but I'm starting to feel numb and my vision's grown clouded. Worst of all, I dropped my only violet serum somewhere in these damned woods. Could you find it for me? Damn, how'd you drop it all the way over there? How did you go from over... How'd you go from over here to over there? Idea swamps. Average place where YouTube SAS are completely afraid to go. The citation woods. The woods where you need to show your citations. I said YouTube SAS. I don't know why I still have such a huge beef with them. I could have just said podcasters. The trip. I don't remember as much of Final Fantasy XIV being like, hey, can you go over to this one area, walk up to an NPC and type /say in chat and say something wicked to them? I don't remember that being as prevalent as it is now. There you are. Did you find it? Here you go. There's a few side quests like with the Moogles. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't remember it being this prevalent though. Okay, it should be fine now after a bit of rest. The bee stripe stuff. What were you thinking coming back here? You could have been killed. Why did I make this such a tall boy? Vorthen. For my father. Cool. This familiar drama will have to be put on hold for a bit when I come back at some point. What does FL ounces mean? Yeah, their compass. 109 yalms to the west. What the fuck is that? It's grass, man. Actual straight, honest to God, biblically accurate monkey. Gorilla. There's 27 yalms to the south. Damn, where the fuck am I headed? Right here's Yalm southeast. Where the fuck am I headed? There it is right there. I guess I overestimate what a Yalm is in this game. I guess a Yalm is meant to be like a meter, approximately a yard or so. I suppose approximately somewhere in between. $527 Yalms northeast. It's gotta be over here. It's gotta be towards where Fano is, wherever that is. I nearly bumped into the biblically accurate world elite gorilla. I shouldn't be charmed by it as much as I am, but I do kind of like the darkness mixed with the like darkish pink lighting. I shouldn't like it as much as I am liking it right now. I fuck with it so much.
I'm tending to the crops already.
That made him sound a lot more impatient. Sorry for that line read.
Very good. It should not be long before your room is ready.
Gunnar.
In the woods. Sin eaters. I fear they may have the touch. Where? In the grove to the southeast. For mercy, they've yet to wander any closer to Slitherbow. Slitherbow. Then we have no need to engage. Inform the guard that no one is to step foot outside the village until they have moved on. Sir, what of Todia's heartstone? It must be retrieved before the service. Of all the times for the Sin Eaters to appear. He's just gonna leave them alone. Under normal circumstances, we would not hesitate in striking the beast down. But if they indeed have the touch, I will not risk them corrupting one of our own. Was that you said about a stone? In the past few days, Tadia, a child of the Knights Blessed, was slain by the Sin Eaters. We succeeded in retrieving her body, but in our haste, we failed to notice her necklace was gone. Strung to it was a pendant of jade, her heartstone. All the Knights Blessed are given such a stone at birth. It is the most valuable possession one can own. It is custom to present the heartstone of the deceased at their funeral. That's an offering to the heavens, but now...
I like his hair. I don't know why, but I like Ranar's hair so much.
What if I could find it for you? I've experienced fighting Sin Eaters, and the light's corruption does not touch me like it does the others. Master Matoya has called you Menphilia, does she not? Are you truly the Menphilia, descended from the Oracle? Even so, I dare not ask you to risk your life for the Blessed. I understand how you feel, but I can't stand by knowing that your people are in need and I can help. Please, let me do this. Very well, but if the danger proves too great, you must retreat. I could never forgive myself if we were forced to hold a second service. I nearly forgotten about Thancred. What if he returns before I do?
Don't worry, I'll come with you.
Yeah. Thank you. With you at my side, I'm sure we can deal with them in no time at all. Go swiftly. May the shadows keep you both.
You remember that meme of the kid wearing the Sonic clothes and he looks sad as hell? And it has the caption of, the only problem with being faster than the speed of light is that you live in constant darkness. I don't know why, but I was just randomly reminded of that. It's such a good image. I wonder how that kid is doing now. Probably like 30 years old with paying off a mortgage, has a car, has a kid and wife that he's incredibly regretful of. Speaking of being regretful, guess what's playing right now? Lahi? I shouldn't be so angry about the existence of Lahi. I'm not angry, it's just that every time that it comes on, I can't help but to, like, what is it called? Snap back to reality. Ugh. Yeah, the Sin Eaters. Wow, there it is. Oh look, I'm gonna die to that thing like in the trailers. Why did it look so off? How'd you see that? I was hoping there would only be one. They did say there was multiple. There's no way we can search the stone without dealing with them first. What do you propose we do? Letting them together here would make a lot of noise, which might attract beasts or other eaters. What if we fought them separately and quietly? We don't have to worry about that. Right then, I'll draw one away while you handle the other. That's a good thing they don't talk to each other. Damn, that's a large bitch. Hey, motherfucker, I'm the Shadowbringer. You should deal more damage to me, please. Oh, okay, I guess not. I don't remember what any of my buttons do, I'm gonna be honest with you. Well, doesn't matter, it's dead now. We did it, we won. I won! I was remembering the Ocarina of Time edits I had to make out of the fucking YouTube shows we did. Hey Memphilia, how was your thing? I had an easy time. Oh. Though I feel I was a bit careless. I'll do better next time, I promise. What do you mean? Oh, you got hit. Fine. You needn't worry about me. More importantly, we have to find that Hearthstone. Said it was made of jade, right? I'll search over there in the brush. Yeah, I'm sure I'm gonna have an easy time looking for this thing infamously made of green stone. Green gemstone. In an area that's almost entirely green. But hey, maybe I'm saving grace here is the fact that it's hey guys, have you seen a green? Oh hey look, there it is right there. He persuaded leads to find a brilliant green gem. Wow, those fucking guys are standing there and they didn't even want to bother helping. Minfilia, what's up? We found the thing. Did you have any luck? Where would you be without me? Beautiful. This has to be it. You know, Thancred always said you're a woman of many talents, and I think I'm beginning to understand what he meant. Brother, I just found like a green rock on the ground. I have much to learn if if I'm to be even half the hero you are. The hero she was. I'm sorry, forget I said anything. We should hurry back to Slitherbow. Runa and the others are probably worried. You know, you shouldn't have to worry too much about Minfilia. I think Thancred is overhyping the original Minfilia's efforts and talents. Because our experience with Minfilia in A Realm Reborn was just her standing around telling me to go everywhere and then dying. She fucking died. She died multiple times. She died twice.
Thank goodness thank goodness you were safe. I'd begun to fear the worst.
I forgot what his voice was for a second.
By all that is dark, you found it. We will proceed to have her service as planned. These blessed gems serve not only to protect us in life, but to guide our spirits unto the sunless sea and the hereafter. Even should we be felled by the Sin Eaters, so long as these gems are recovered, our souls are ensured a place in the dark.
Renar lets out a sigh of relief.
Words fail to express my gratitude for this kindness you have done for the blessed. I insist you and your friends attend Tadia's service as honored guests. There's still much we need to do to prepare, but please go and inform the others who will be held in the darker. When you arrive, there should be an attendant present to explain the proceedings.
In Minfilia, we're going to a funeral. Yamada and I learned so much about the Knights Blessed while you were away. And we helped them recover a lost heirloom on the woods. I know I wasn't supposed to leave, but they really needed our help. There was Sin Eaters and...
As long as she accompanied you, but do try to be more careful. Your injuries could have been a lot worse.
How did you?
Say a little bird told me. And it's telling me now that Clementine has business with us.
It was up. Something the matter? They have asked us to attend the service? Of course we'll go. And it's going to be held in the dark, is it? Take care not to be late, I promise.
Is that it? Okay. I thought we'd be telling more people. I guess words just kind of spread like wildfire from person to person. Memes. The DNA of the soul. Kill or be killed, Jack. It's all in our nature. Free will is a myth. Religion is a joke. We're all pawns of a greater... The elderly woman hands you a candle. She points at a nearby corner where you might place it. Oh, over there. Why do I have this? Wanderer's Tales? Okay. Well, I've done all that I really can. This is a voice cutscene if I've ever seen one. It has to be Minfilia and fucking Orion J are here. Not Minfilia,
It seems only
Y'shtola.
right that we show our faces. May we join you?
Yes, he may, I suppose.
Let us begin.
Hey, my impression was that far off. Damn, that water's black as fuck. They put food dye in that shit.
I thank you all for coming to pay respects to our fallen daughter of the night. In the light, she was known as Todia, but in the dark, we shall remember her always as Menine. Let us each take a moment to offer her our prayers. entrust her now to the night's sweet embrace. In darkness will she be free from pain and suffering, now and forevermore. May her soul find peace in the sunless sea of heaven, and in the love we bear for her in our hearts.
There it goes.
That vessel represents the night sky, the sunless sea of heaven.
That's cute.
We call upon you now, O bringer of shadow, to lead this gentle soul unto the sea. We call upon you, O warrior of darkness, to deliver her unto paradise everlasting.
Gonna patiently wait as Moobot deletes another. There you go. Damn, that's a good cutscene.
I'm told you assisted in the preparations for the service. On behalf of the Blessed, you have my sincerest thanks. The enduring legend of the Warrior of Darkness owes much to the traditions of these people. And none were more ardent in their faith than Todia. She would have been greatly moved by your presence.
My foot fell asleep pretty bad. You know I don't deserve such a reverence.
You might not deliver her to the heavens, but if you could deliver the night sky to her people, the real night sky, it would be the next best thing. Their prayers would finally be answered. They could gaze up at the firmament and see their ancestors in every twinkle of the stars.
She speaks like a...
Allow their hopes and dreams to drown in the light. We have to bring back the dark. If we don't, who will?
It's probably like messed up to say, but she speaks like a Valley Girl if a Valley Girl was British. The British Valley Girl.
Forgive me, thinking of all those we have lost.
Minfilia, you're depressing the fuck out of me.
No, it's all right. We will bring back the dark.
Mostly because of the subtext of what you just said.
Mayhaps sooner than later, in fact.
This Minfilia is gonna die.
Orionje and I have finished deciphering the tablet, and its contents were most illuminating. Let us reconvene in my chambers. We have much to discuss.
The way that this Minfilia talks about is that she talks in ways that's incredibly depressing to hear whenever other people who are depressed or plan on dying talk. Where they sort of like want to talk about there being like a greater thing, like a greater of existence. About there being beyond death. So this Minfilia is depressing the fuck out of me because that's what it feels like that she's leading to eventually. Damn, I like your purple. Good, you're here. Thanks to the Exarch's gift, our next course of action is now clear. Damn, really? Sheila seems quite pleased with herself. Whether she has good news or bad news remains to be seen. Let me begin by first explaining the origins of this tablet. Damn, we got green? I initially believed it might detail the history of the Church of the First Light. Much to surprise, it dates back to the end of the Ronkin Empire. It was likely written under the direction of the reigning leader. It was at a time of strife and unceasing war with the neighboring nations. With each passing day, they yielded more and more territory to their enemies. In their desperations, petitions for aid were sent out to their allies. This was one such petition. And you think this ancient petition will help us somehow get the Yix-Maja? Indeed we do. Fetching this tablet is a method by which one may prove themselves an ally of the Ronkin Empire. Provided we are able to decipher set instructions, we may entreat the rune's protectors to grant us safe passage. The problem, however, is I presently lack the resources to decipher them in their entirety. We have one recourse. There exists a stone monument inscribed with ancient Ronkin texts and translation into more modern dialect, which came into use after the fall of the Empire. I am confident it will suit our purposes. Oh, like the Rosetta Stone. Where can we find this monument? Yeah, in Saitia, quite close to Slitherbow, in fact. Good news ends there, however, for it is the possession of a rather radical faction of dark worshippers, the children of the everlasting dark. If I am to study the monument, I must infiltrate their encampment. I have no intention of taking longer than absolutely necessary, but I will nevertheless require time to transcribe the text I need. To ensure that I will have enough, I'm afraid I must ask you and Thancred to assist me. Alright. And before you ask, the answer is no. If we are to remain unseen, our group must be as small as possible. I'll stay here until you've returned. Why do you always look so fucking sad about everything? We won't be long. If anything should happen, you keep her safe. Then there's a convene outside, to the west of Slitherbow. South of Slitherbow, where the path diverges. West of Slitherbow, where the path diverges. That's basically just right outside, isn't it? Yeah, right there. Okay. Ugh. Ruinar, my man, what's up? This person seems like they give a weird quest reward. Also, I was excited to see you. Cool. I thought it was gonna be like, oh, help me, Lord of Dance, or it was gonna be you gain a random weird thing for no reason for doing a request. I can't think of a better dance than oh, help me, Lord of Dance. There's no better emote. There it is, Lahi. Please go away, the Helm Beetle. The encampment we seek is to the north, but it'd be foolish to simply rush in. You missed the first time. I'm not gonna lie, that was really funny. That the only reason why I managed to read a little bit of dialogue is because I missed. Alright. Sorry about that, Ishila. What were we saying? The encampment we seek is to the north, but it should be foolish to simply rush in. God has been posted at Claire to keep watch over the children. Perhaps he's ought to share of the recent activity. But we must tread carefully. There's a chance we may encounter them along the way. Stay close and stay alert. I would avoid a confrontation if possible. They rejoice in dealing death to others, claiming that in doing so they cleanse their victims of sin and usher them into a sunless sea. I rather not sully my hands defending myself against such madmen. Alright, let's go stealth our way over there then. By following the road. See, they won't be able to hear me because I won't be leaving any footsteps when I fly in my jet. Hey, look at that. That's convenient. I was looking for that earlier. Tuning with the Aether current allows you to better understand the movement of the wind. Something like that, some shit. Look at that.
You not interfere with our service.
I don't know what he said. Damn, why am I the only one trying to defend this man? This individual, the Blessed Watchman. He was just like fighting Date and fucking Hajime no Ippo. He hit me with a heart stopper. The shame it didn't do anything. Apparently I just don't have a heart. Now imagine if I was playing a DPS class. We'd be over with these quests so quick. Hey, you're good now. Out of the blessed dark. Thank goodness you were unharmed. We would have arrived sooner, but we too had a rather unwelcome visit from the children. An acquaintance of Master Masoya, then. My apologies. The children have been acting strange of late, so I thought I'd take a closer look. I was careless. Strange? What have you seen? At first, there seemed to be nothing out of the ordinary. The usual gathering of ingredients for poisons from flora and fauna. But then took a notice of the venomous spiders. They've been breeding them in much greater numbers. It's as if they're preparing for something.
Any ideas?
Paul, what is it?
Any ideas as to what?
Could be anything, really. If it meant the end of the Blessed, nothing would be too cruel and violent for them. But perhaps we can use our present preoccupation with spiders to our advantage. If we were to introduce a threat to the nest where they keep them, the children would be compelled to save them. Bees, for example, are a natural predator of spiders. Are they really? Set them loose on the nest, and we would have our opportunity to sneak into their encampment.
What a mischievous plan. I like it. With a bit of smoke, we should be able to subdue a few colonies long enough to secure their hives. Have you mind anything we'd be able to use? We should have smoke bombs at the outpost just over there. Then it is settled. Grab a few smoke bombs from the outpost and search about for beehives. I imagine the bees won't take too kindly to your visit, but once they're knocked out, take the beehives and bring them back here. 2 will suffice, I should think. Are you gonna send me to help out with them? Yeah, you're fucking sending me to do it. You good? Where the fuck is it? Oh, it's inside the tree. Not a very good position to set up a supply cache for essentially a gorilla outfit. Wild swine. Look at that. The wild swine has a mullet. It's a pompadour. Pompadour mullet. He's like Elvis. Am I... Oh, I had to get closer, I guess. Alright. Damn, get fucked, bees.
Do I have to kill the bees? I wasn't paying attention. I don't think I have to kill them. I think I just need to take the beehive, as far as I know. And then the burlap sack. I don't know, as I... Well, he's the new hot thing, apparently. Is there another beehive over here? It's gotta be closer to the water. Yeah, there it is. Everyone knows that bees usually build closer to the water. That's where civilization thrives the most. Who knows, maybe these bees will proc my Blackest Night. They in fact did not proc my Blackest Night. Start in 5 minutes, that's unfortunate. Before we complete this step, I might just leave to go use the bathroom and be right back right away. Oops, I almost forgot. We did all this for a reason. Buzzing burlap sack. Let's say this is the end of the quest right there, so after I go hand this in, I'm gonna go use the bathroom and I'll be right back. Yestola, what's up? I gotta return to Southern Boat, but not before offering his thanks. As for the beehives, thank God and I were successful in acquiring what we need. How did you fare? Check this out. This is more than enough. The children are certain to be displeased. Let us hurry before the bees begin to stir. Alright, before we go and start the next quest line, I'm gonna take the second to go get ready to use the bathroom. But before I do that, Monty, I'm gonna show you the meme of how I've known of Lahi for a while before actually getting to this point in Final Fantasy XIV. I feel like it shouldn't be that big of a surprise to see how I know it from where I know it. I'm gonna put on the YouTube video here shortly. Thank you, Tim Curry. I always appreciate the existence of Tim Curry. I feel like without him we wouldn't be as lucky as we are right now. Alright. I'll go start the ads here shortly and I'm gonna go use the bathroom. Lahi? Yeah. Alright, ads will be starting here shortly. I'll be right back. Damn, how long has the video been over? Like 30 seconds. Damn, I've been gone for so long. That was a 15-minute video. That's wild. Hold on, I made myself a sandwich. I'm not ready to. Not ready to be done yet. I'll put this on while we're chilling. I wish I could find a Northern Line version of this video so easily. I'm gonna keep my mic away from my mouth while I eat, actually. Hey, finish my sandwich quickly. I just remember what's coming out. Okay. Okay, I finished my sandwich. We gotta do the point before the kazoos. I don't think I would have been emotionally stable enough to deal with the kazoos. Hold on, let me look something up. Let me look something up. How do I spell northern? There you go. I needed to figure out what this was. Hopefully this isn't like a weird fucked up edit of the video that I want. Fortuna. Cat. Why the fuck does Twitch say that I had 6 viewers? Why did theoretically 6 people got dealt with the problem of me putting up? Why did Twitch had to deal with the fact that I was here chilling on my like little break from with the ads, with fucking listening to was it the funny song from fucking Deadly Premonition while I'm playing Final Fantasy 14? Let's go back to Final Fantasy 14. Yestola, what's up? The children's settlement is to the west, a place they call the Woven Host. According to the god, there's an airway apart from the entrance which leads to the spider's nest. Fates are kind, the way will be cleared. In any other game and any lesser game like World of Warcraft, This whole experience would have been a dungeon. And then they'll add like a random, like, lore relevant boss that has an incredibly stupid name for a gimmick that's only meant to exist for about 30 seconds. Like Ook. What was it called? Duke Ukum. Anybody remember Duke Ukum? He kidnapped fucking, what's his name? The child, Varus's child. Anduin? Was that what his name was? I don't remember. Child Anduin was a fucking moron, dude. He was an idiot. He hasn't gotten any better. Y'shtola, what's up? I was gonna push my mic. There's the airway. Do you see it? It looks like rocks to me. Oh, I see it. A bit far, perhaps, but we should be able to toss a bag through. Though we should probably loosen the ropes, keeping it close, enough that it falls open when it lands inside. May I do the honors? This is where Tancred betrays us for the third time in the entire story. He did it. That should do it. Now we wait. We're all just staring at. What is that? Beasts by the abyss, they're everywhere. Help! Someone help! We have to save the spiders. It sounds like our plan is working. So it's quite likely not all were drawn away from their posts. If it should come to blows with the children, I'll see to it that any signs of the struggle are concealed. Failing that, I'll create a distraction by Y'shtola more time. Should anyone get past me, it falls to you to guard her. Your concern is appreciated, but I sincerely doubt it will come to that. Why do I get the feeling you enjoy the idea of my loafing about bored in the shadows? Come now, Tancred. The shadows are a fitting place for a warrior of darkness. Now, if both of you are ready. Where do we go? Tancred, which direction do we head in? Come on, I'll be right behind you. That doesn't tell me where the fuck I need to go. I don't want to, like... Okay, so this way over here is meaningless. That's gonna be our way out. I want to say that we head north. What the fuck is that? Oh, that's light. I thought that was somebody's, like, name from a distance. What the fuck is that? That's a giant-ass bird with the face of a woman as its belly. What the fuck? I've heard of, like, mimicry that's meant to scare away things, but I've never seen anything like that. Hey guys, don't mind me, I'm just gonna pass on through to the other side. Guys, I think we're stealthing it. We're doing stealth. Kept you waiting, huh? Metal Gear. Deep Throat. Yeah, still over here. You're still, I gotta engage in combat real quick. I don't know if you're ever familiar with what this looks like. I guess Airship actually has stealth coding, not quite as good as the Cobra box, but it'll do. Yeah. It's like the weird fucking floating Soviet pods in Metal Gear Solid 3. The ones that make the weird ass, like, loud Jetsons S hovering noise. Oh shit! I didn't get to read what she said. No. Okay. Metal Gear. I don't remember what other fucking heinous lines ever said. Yes, this is it. It'll be but a moment. Keep watch the entryway. Second thought, would you mind examining the murals on these walls while I look over this? Yeah, those are the Warriors of Darkness. Those are the same guys we fought a week ago. At a glance, I can tell they are old, predating the founding of the Blessed and the Children, in fact. We're not like to come here for a second time. It would behoove us to learn all that we can. I don't want to say that she did, but I think Y'shtola won the Fantasy Stick Wars. But it feels like she modified her stick as well. Yes, those were actually inspired by a real project, interestingly enough. They're probably the enemies that tranquilized the most during my playthrough, because they die anyways, and they spared me a lethal round. Rue. With the things about the... Look at the things they depict. Wow. Check it out, there's aliens. Miro appears to be very old. A ruler sits atop a throne, attended by their subjects. So that's got to be the king of the Romans or whatever. That's the Warriors of Darkness doing their thing. That's a very cool ass like silhouette though. The murals appear to be very old. A knight shields himself and their comrades from an encroaching darkness. The central figure is considerably faded. Yo. What does this mean? The male appears to be ancient. A warrior in the middle stands triumphant over what appears to be a creature of shadow. Other figures surround the warrior, rejoicing in their victory. Hey, Stola. This is the voice cutscene if I've ever seen one.
These paintings, they seem familiar. Depictions of heroes throughout history. The Age of Gods, the Empire of Ronka, and this.
I see you right there. Arbor, don't you see? That's you. They're depicting you.
A researcher who pored over these pieces. He offered us work when we needed it. Slaying beasts, delivering provisions. A funny old bugger he was. But he had a good heart. He believed this first painting dated back to a time of myth.
Hey, I have that. It's a cotton tabard or whatever.
The story went that it was
Acton.
rediscovered by an explorer from Ronka, who was so struck by its majesty that a second painting was commissioned, commemorating the heroes of their day. One day you will all be here too, he said. Heroes immortalized forever. Maybe I'll paint you myself. I had a good laugh at that.
He kind of has the Mike Pondsmith glasses. Technically, I could buy the Mike Pondsmith glasses if I really wanted, but I don't think I should.
But it seems he actually went and did it. Before or after the flood, I wonder. Rather faded, isn't it, compared to the others?
Faded.
Did someone try to scrape it off the wall? Well, maybe the man himself once he came to his senses. Do you suppose your deeds will warrant an addition to this collection? Or some other kind of monument?
Nah, I don't think so, and I wouldn't want it. I feel like Returning to the Night Sky itself is already a monument enough to my deeds.
Is something the matter? We should go. The others are waiting.
God damn it, Johnny Silverhand, I hate when you do this to me. Kidnap a Corpo suit. Hijack a Corpo convoy. Take a Corpo as ransom. Is there a point of this, or you just... Is there a point of this, or you just use this as a plug for the word Corpo? You know, you're beginning to remind me of me.
50 years ago. Just minus charisma and impressive cock.
I believe now I have everything I need to finish deciphering the tablet. Me, Clementine. The emails appear to be of any significance. They were flashes of moments that are like meant to commemorate things that have happened in the past. Depictions of heroes. In the age of gods, the Ronkan Empire, and immediately before the flood. Very astute observations. Perhaps in a lifetime you could be a curator of antiquities. There's no bearings on the task at hand. Perhaps that my knowledge may prove of use in the future. For some reason, her saying that reminded me of Kraken's Amish challenge, where Kraken and his buddies used to do they usually do a guild-wide hardcore challenge. The thing that made it special was that they didn't do it whenever hardcore became an actual thing in World of Warcraft, as far as I know. The thing that was nice about it is that at some point, in order to add on to a bit for the whole challenge, some people decided to become crafters, and they decided that since they realized the mortality of what they were doing, they decided that whatever gear that they made is completely valuable, is the most valuable thing in the world. And to be fair, it was, because they couldn't pick up any loot from the world or from any mobs or anything. So the thing that made it special is that every single time that somebody died, the items that they made would be considered little tiny relics of that person in their lives. My favorite was the tailor, the guy who just made shirts, and he just called every single one of his shirts a Melvin, like as if they were fucking like Italian designer clothing. Like, yeah, this is a Giorgio. This Harry to Slitherbow. The others are waiting. After we've returned, the two of you should rest a while. No doubt Runa will be eager to have you sample his cooking. As soon as I discover anything of importance, you'll be the first to know. You think these guys have black fire? I think it'd be cool if they did. But I don't know how completely committed they are to the whole darkness motif. Darkness. Hey, Valon. Valon is greatly concerned for a friend. Who the fuck are you? Say, aren't you Clementine? Master Matoya speaks quite highly of you. I'm sure you have more important things to concern yourself with, but I need help and there's no one I can turn to. There's my friend, Quinford. Quinford? Ever since we were young, he's always excelled in the arcane arts. In fact, even now he's training to become a priest of the Knights Blessed. Perhaps the greatest of his gift is clairvoyance, but I fear it's taken a toll on his mind as of late. He's always been different, but not like this. He's changed, friendly so. The others think of him no stranger than usual, but they're wrong, and I mean to prove it. You don't know him like we do, which is precisely why I'd like you to talk with him, to get an objective opinion on the matter. Assuming we find out what ails him, I hope there's a way to cure it. Went for... In my noise.
As foretold by the will of the wood, we've meet at last. I've been expecting you, Clementine. No one else must hear this. Not yet. My dreams are plagued with the visions of the future. Calamity is upon us, and each night I witness our impending doom. But hope is not yet lost. For the dreams speak to me of a savior in the form of a great serpent. It is revered as a god in the days of the Ronkan Empire, and I believe it yet lives in the Great Wood, waiting to be roused from slumber. It has many names. Many will call it the Protector, some of the Great Destroyer. Some of the Great Destroyer, I don't know why I gave him the will of the wood demands I find this great serpent. Is only our hope of salvation. I have been chosen, Clementine, to be the savior of Slitherbow. So this is where you two have been hiding. Now that you've gotten to know one another, what do you think?
His dreams are an ill omen. You believe him? Oh dear, I fear I made a terrible mistake. Please don't tell me you two have communed with the will of a star or some other nonsense.
Alan, please. We are in the midst of an most important discussion.
When you first began talking these dreams and delusions, I held my peace, but I won't let you drag anyone else into this.
Such narrow-minded thinking is only why only I am chosen by the wood, by the great serpent.
Yes, for whatever you say.
You've mocked me for the last time, Valen. I will summon the great serpent this very day and prove to you the truth of my visions.
Look what you did. Quinfor, wait, where are you going? To me, with his first misfortune would likely bring him to his senses, but he's my friend and I can't stand the thought of him getting hurt out there. Will you help me look for him? If anything should happen to him, I'll never forgive myself. I am genuinely curious about how this fucking questline is gonna go, so I will follow it. I know that I usually save the these little quests for later because they're whatever. I don't care too much for them, but this one seems like it's one I need to do. Like absolutely, honest to God, if I never do this, I'm gonna just die with regrets. I'm okay with dying with the regret of like, oh man, I wish I didn't do that one quest in Final Fantasy XIV. But I don't want to die with the regret of, fuck, I wish I would have done that quest in Final Fantasy XIV. What a choice location. Over there, I think I see him. There's a beetle, buddy. Hmm. It went for. Enough, Quinfor. Even you should recognize the danger of wandering off alone in these woods. I will not do the laugh. You really have gone mad, haven't you?
Mock me all you like, Valen, but now you bear witness to the truth with your own eyes. Behold, the divine protector of Ronka, the great serpent of legend.
No, it can't be. What the fuck is that? That's the great serpent? I see nothing great about that. What is it exactly? I refuse to believe it's a serpent. You can't say that. You can't say that about when he wants to show this off to you. You can't say that about another man's serpent. Please tell me you're joking.
Haha, do not be jealous, Velen. The will of the wood works in mysterious ways, and this serpent is the key to our deliverance.
What do you mean, oh no? Wait, there's more? What the fuck? Great Serpent of Ronka.
O great serpent, I beseech you, grant me the strength to defend the Knights Blessed, to stay the impending calamity that threatens the Great Wood.
Can't believe this is happening. Look, if you want to keep that thing as a pet, I won't stop you, but we should really return home. You're collecting point bonus? What the fuck? Lol? What do you mean? I want to see what happened. Oh, you're right. To remain here any longer could place the great serpent in danger. But the question is, how do we transport it? I will not stand to see the great serpent debase itself, crawling on its belly like a snake. Just pick up the damn thing and let's go. By the abyss, Valar, show some respect. I should be the one to carry it, but I fear I am yet unworthy of such a burden. But you could protect the great serpent from the threats of the Grey Wood. be they beasts or sin eaters. And now you mean to drag Master Batoya's guests into your schemes? What will the others think when she walks into the slither bowl hoisting that thing about? Here, put it in the sack. I will do no such thing. It's clean, dry, and most importantly, you can bring it to slither bowl unnoticed. Fine, listen, Clementine. The fate of the Grey Wood quite literally rests in your hands. It goes without saying we can't afford any mishaps. I suppose we have no choice but to help him. I'll go ahead and find a place to keep his pet away from prying eyes. Alright, Cavalier, Clementine. I will follow right afterwards. Oh, hey, look at this. Oh boy. We have 150 seconds. Ugh. Sorry about that. Man, this drink sucks ass, but I kind of like it. Oh no. Fuck. No, I'm good, I'm good. It doesn't say what time I have left remaining, does it? It doesn't matter, it looks like I did well enough. This is where it goes, slither along. There's my timer right there. 54 seconds. 50 seconds. Wait, is this where I go? This doesn't seem right. It is because it's not right. Sorry, I took the wrong turn. Oh my god, I walked up to your shoulder and Ariane carrying a sack that has a garter snake in it. It should be safe for now, at least. Let's have another look at the Great Serpent, shall we? Good work, you two. Can you believe it? The Divine Protector of the Great Wood here in Slitherbow. Then a sack of burlap did the champion carry the divine beast, and beneath the slithering boughs of the Great Wood did they find shelter. Chapter 31, verse 5 in the Gospel of Quintfor. Why is that only chapter 3? Okay. Pay him no mind, he's merely referring to his dream diary. For the last time, it is not a diary. Have you forgotten how the gospel foretold the events of that fateful day 2 years ago? How can I when you remind me of it every day? You continue to doubt me, but you'll soon see. Together, the Great Serpent and I will save this village and all the Great Wood from oblivion. Yeah. Don't do that to it. Don't do that to that. What have we gotten ourselves into? Hello, random person who has a yellow quest. You don't want to have anything for me. What about you, Kareen Carpenter? Arvine? Oh, I bet that was awesome back 30 years ago, when when people were first experiencing this quest line. Snake the lead. Hope you're satisfied now that your new pet is safe here in Slitherbow. I do the voice. Thank you, Clementine. I now understand what's been troubling my friend all this time. I fear this might strain our friendship, but I don't believe this is something we can overcome. Take care, and may the shadows keep you. Wait. Please, Quintfor, there's no need to involve her in this any longer. I've been giving thought to the Great Serpent's chosen form, and now I think I understand why it chose to present itself to us in this way. Look closely at the pattern of its scales. I believe they represent the network of currents by which aether flows through the rock Tika, the very life force of the Great Wood. And there, the scar that intersects from there on its belly, is an omen of the coming calamity that will disrupt the flow of life here in the Great Wood. Quinford, stop. It's just a scratch. Probably from a rock as it slithered or rolled, or did whatever it does to make its way through the forest. All these signs still he refuses to see, like all the others. If the Great Wood is to be saved, it's up to us. I can only assume you'll remain on my side in the hopes of receiving some generous compensation. If that's what it takes, so be it. The scar on the Great Serpent's belly calls to mind Lozada's conquest. That is there where you'll find the source of this ill moment. Bring it to me and you will have the reward you seek. And what the fuck do you mean by that? I should remind you that he's only an apprentice. I wouldn't expect much, if anything, for your troubles. This is what happens when you spend too much time around interesting individuals. Still, I can't deny that life would be boring without him. The pink. Sorry, I wanted to reference the pink candles, but unfortunately, for whatever reason, I just call it the pink. The pink. Pink! Yellow! You don't know, that's a bit from SpongeBob. I don't remember where the fuck it's specifically from, but it's a bit from SpongeBob. Look at those things. Giant balls of lettuce. Yeah, look how stupid that looks. There we go, through the paths of the wild swine once again. I'll take a wild guess and say that you've stepped onto every single one of these. You survey your surroundings, but find nothing out of the ordinary. You survey your surroundings. Can I walk into the waterfall? Something in the water catches your eye. Brush away the dirt and find a charm of some sort. Quinfer will no doubt be interested in what you found. Which door is it? I hate that there's like 3 doors right next to each other. Come, Clementine, show me what you found. Could it be a charm of some sort? That was exactly what you said it would be. That means your visions were... Now, do you believe in the Great Serpent? Fine. The Great Serpent is real. More importantly, that charm seems familiar. I think I've seen the children use them for their incantations. Sure of it. My father found one while hunting in the woods. If memory serves, they can be used to invoke powerful fire spells after absorbing enough aether. But the Abyss, they plan to use them to decipher the Great Wood's life source. My vision will at last come to pass. Why are you laughing? Don't you realize how serious this is? The flow of aether you were talking about converges here at the Slitherbow, doesn't it? That's why we have that large aether right outside. If the flow is disrupted, our crops would wither, The land would be rendered barren, animals would die. It would mean the end of our village, and all the Raktika will surely follow. O Great One, I beseech you once more. Grant us the strength and wisdom to avert this terrible crisis. Seeing them like this makes the whole thing seem like nonsense, but there's no denying Quinfo has been right about what's happened thus far. To figure out what the children are up to before it's too late. Damn, there's just more quests, huh? The well of the wood would see us bring so the bow and all the Ratika back from the brink. Oh great serpent, show us the way. Show us how we might deliver our people from certain destruction. If anyone sees that thing, they're gonna kick it out of the village. Then where would we be? We have precious little time to concern ourselves with the others. What's more, the great serpent has blessed us with another sign of what's to come. What is it this time? Behold, the scales of its belly. You only see the scar that marks Lozetto's conquest has vanished. However, a new scar has appeared closest to its tail. The children were threatened another sight of great power. And judging by the shape of the scar, I have no doubt is near Dyer's Wash. They must be stopped. Agreed. I fear only one of us is actually up to the task. But are you certain about that scar? I didn't see anything of a sort on its tail. At any rate, I think it'd be best for you if you went to investigate. If already found proof the children are up to something, it would be foolish not to press further. Perhaps the will of the wood will give us another sign while you're away. It is so awesome and so funny to see whenever a bit like this is carried out. See how many mounts I have. Wow. Imagine a carefully laid plans foiled by the local madman reading the future and accidentally being right. It happened in many such cases. It's like the bit about No Bark from Fallout New Vegas. Shut up Allahi. What do I have? What is that crawling on my leg? It feels like I have a wood tick or something. No, it could just be my hair. Or it could be the tick fell over, who knows. What is that? Do you see that over there on the left? Peter, zoom in. Kidding, can't do that. Oh, I have to talk to them? Hey guys, wild child of the everlasting dark. Hey, what's up? Fools, you cannot stop us. Wait, what did I even talk to you for? A lot of good that spider did for you, huh? Hold on, I'm gonna bring the spider out in front of their faces so that they can watch it die. Hold on. Watch this. Reliable summons. Cause yeah, it's like a bard's tale. I was gonna eat that mechanic. I dodged it anyways, it doesn't even matter. Watch those idiots. I killed your dumbass spider. What are you gonna do about it, huh? Wait, why are you posing like that? Darn, she's defeated our spiders. Let us away. There will be work to be done. These guys like Team Rocket? The children of their last in darkness scheme to the woods. Give chase that you may learn more of their schemes. Is that them? The Atrociraptor. That's such an awful name. Why was I checking Discord for? I don't know what I did that for. Biblically accurate gorilla. The bisexual vine. The bisexual vine is fucking Vinny Vine sauce. Didn't Vinny say that he got tongued by his professor in the middle of a Mario Kart collab in front of 15 of his friends? It's some shit like that. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Wait, there's purple over there. That means I gotta go over there. Oh, I get to fight them now. I get to fight Twiddle D and Twiddle Dum. Oh god, I'm not fucking being meta. I'm not being fucking parseful or whatever the fuck they call it. But the FC's gonna laugh at me. They're gonna look at my colors and be like, "Damn, you're fucking gray. That's sad, dude." I don't know what parsing is. Parseful as opposed to parseless. I don't know what the I don't know what I don't actually don't know what parsing is. I have an idea that it's like a global it's a leaderboard of like seeing how much damage you do in comparison to everyone else, and there's like a standard or some shit. I don't know. Among the children's belongings, you find a scroll detailing their plans to cleanse the forest. That's convenient. Yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, I'm like... As far as I know, there's colors to it. But I legit have no idea what any of that's about because I don't care much for it. Quinfort.
You are returned, though that is no surprise. I entreated the gods for your protection with a hymn from the Gospel of Quinford. They would not, could not deny my plea.
Shadows give me strength. Clementine, were you able to find anything? Yeah, check this out. A coordinated strike to cut off all flow via the slither bow.
Beggars believe that they could love the forest so, yet be so blind to its needs.
We need no further proof of what the children are up to. We have to tell the others. Defend the sites they mean to befoul and destroy those magic containers. Explaining how we came to know all this will prove difficult, of course, but I'll not see that all your hard work is wasted. We also must give thanks to the great serpent who first sensed the children's ill intent. The divine protector who thought us worthy vessels to carry out its work. My heart swells and know the will of the wood smiles on us so. It's gone. Your pet, the great serpent is gone. It was here a moment ago. We should go look for it. No. My friend, the great serpent has fulfilled his duty in protecting the great wood, and so it returns to slumber. That's so. Perhaps it really was the great serpent. If you truly mean that, Valant, then perhaps you are ready to learn the truth of its origins. And how it started from the very beginning. It begins with a sizable crystal in Lake Tusi-Mechta we know is the fruit of the protector. If the legends are true, it dates back to a time preceding the Empire of Ronka. There he goes. I suspect I'll be getting an earful for the rest of the day. But I think our work here is finally done. I wish there was some way I could repay you for all your help. He's still talking, though I should probably go while he's swept up in his lectures. Take care, Clementine. I hope we'll meet again. Oh, this is largely an assumption based on my visions noted in the chapter 2, verse 17 in the Gospel of... Come back here, Valen. I have yet to tell you about the serpent's influence on the founding of Ronka. Wow. I'll take that tomato juice. Well, that was it. We experienced the journey of the Great Serpent. That was fun. I enjoyed that. That was a nice little distraction. If only more of this game was written like that, and I would be having a lot of fun. No, I'm kidding. What's the fuck this guy's voice again?
I'm done. The guard told me you left Mass. Wait,
It's like a Khajiit.
the guard told me you left Master Matoya to wove an oath. No sooner do you return than she locks herself away in her chambers without as much as a word. She knows how much I worry when she leaves without telling me. But she is safe, and that is all that matters. You must be hungry after such a journey. One have a seat there by the fire. The soon will soon be ready.
That's what you call a fire? This is not a voice cutscene. Why'd I have to sit on the ground? God, I would absolutely love going on like a little camping trip, resting my back up against a log and just taking a nap for a bit. That'd be so nice. Wait, maybe this cutscene is voiced after all.
Strange. The others on patrol should have returned by now. Our food will be overcooked if we wait any longer. We will just have to start without them. Would you call Master Matoya and the others?
Aren't you the leader of the guard? Why don't you show any concern?
I tire of these games, Urianger. Why do you pretend you cannot see it? The blessing may spare her the fate of becoming a Light Warden. But you cannot be blind to the nascent corruption. She is not as she was in the Source.
Are they talking about me?
Though I have no proof, I fear that the light which poured forth from the Wardens was not negated at all. I fear it was absorbed, that she has been suffused with their light.
Though I have given thought to this possibility, I dare not speak until more is known.
By the time you deign to enlighten us, it may be too late, if it is not already. Urianger, I know full well, after all these years, that you have only the best of intentions. But that does not make it any easier to put my faith in a man so infatuated with secrecy. I have had my suspicions ever since the Exarch bade you speak that day. But now I must ask. The 8th Umbral Calamity and all that followed. Everything you claim to have seen. Did you?
Help! Someone help! The Ilmorans have come for us! We're under attack!
Well, that's unfortunate. We certainly know how to keep someone waiting.
Meanwhile, in Yilmore.
This does feel weirdly paced like an actual
Lord
Final Fantasy
Warfrey,
game.
How good it is to see you. How long has it been? Not since your inauguration, unless I'm mistaken. Too long, at any rate. May I say how humbled I am to be invited not only into your city, but your home. You are as generous as ever.
And you as disingenuous. Let us dispense with the pleasantries. This merry band of dissidents people are calling warriors of darkness, they have slain sin eaters, and by all accounts the Crystarium is complicit in their villainy. And now I hear reports of your people obstructing my soldiers, so I must ask, what exactly do you think you are doing?
I might ask you the same thing. It should be clear, even to you, that defeating the Light Wardens represents the world's only hope of survival. Even now, the people of Lakeland and Ilmeg rejoice in the return of night. For 100 years, they yearned for a means to fight back against the Sin Eaters, and at last they have found one. Yet you choose to stand idly by and do nothing. Why?
Why? Because this hope you cling to is nothing more than a fever dream, an exercise in futility. Even should you slay the Sin Eaters, the world as we know it is beyond salvation.
Why are you to say that? You sit in this palace the entirety of the day. What do you know of the world?
The people would be free only to starve. Before long, they would turn to violence, then to war, and ultimately usher themselves unto oblivion. They require a firm hand to shepherd them from the edge. The hand of a king. Nay, a god. I will see their dreams fulfilled, their wishes granted.
It sounds like Prime
I
Revolution
will give
territory.
them peace,
You
order,
would think.
and they shall never want for bliss.
I think that fucked up, like, weird rat tail that he has behind his hair. Yeah, that thing is fucking me up the most. I feel like that's arguably the most gigantic and most disgusting thing of his character design.
But a little fear can go a long way towards helping them realize what it is they truly need. Sanctuary. And they shall find none in this world save that which I afford them. That is why the Sin Eaters exist. To unite the world under my dominion.
A paradise fit to grace the 8th Umbral era.
What was that?
A minor epiphany, nothing more. You have always held sway over those around you. Those who defy you must submit or die. What sits before me is the inevitable result of bloated privilege and unchecked power. But man is more resilient than you think. His achievements are not the product of violence and bloodshed, but compassion and understanding. This calamity is but another crisis to be overcome, and we will, once we eliminate the Sin Eaters.
You poor deluded fool. These people care not for the morrow. They care only for the now, and the contentment they lack. What good is a paradise to them if it is 1,000 years in the making, or even 100?
You underestimate them, Lord Vorthry. They see further than you think. I have beheld it in the blood and sweat and tears of those who would sacrifice everything for a future they may never know, that their children may never know. I have beheld it in the hopes and dreams of those who came before, which we bequeath to those who come after, that they might in turn build upon the foundations laid by our forebears.
We have forebears.
These are the bonds which hold man and his world together, not your gilded chains. and I will resist your every effort to shackle him.
Undo our fetters.
In summary, you will continue to support the villains hunting my Sin Eaters?
With tremendous enthusiasm, for I have faith in the future they would build.
Why do I even bother? Fools, the lot of you! So naive! So painfully predictable! Did you imagine I did not know your mind? That I would wait until after this meeting to dispatch my forces? Even as we speak, they march to the Sin Eater's defense. Insurrection will not be tolerated! The people of this world are mine to rule, mine to command. And you are no exception! What? How did he... Insolent swine! I will not stand for this! Do you hear me?
We have an ad break in a minute. It's most unfortunate.
You speak for the Knights Blessed?
I do. I presume that is your doing.
You know, that person has a name.
If you've come to parley, I must insist that you first return him to us.
You're in no position to make demands. By Lord Vorthry's decree, Raktika now falls under the governance of Yulmore.
You will henceforth answer to us.
Is
Sorry,
that
I was
so?
doing something.
And the children of the everlasting dark have acquiesced to this madness.
Why
We've
would
reached
they?
an accord, yes. Too many times have the Knights Blessed shunned Yulmore's overtures of friendship. The risk that you harbor hostile intentions has grown too great to ignore. Therefore, his lordship has claimed dominion over this forest and bestowed executive authority upon the children of the everlasting dark.
In his wisdom, Lord Vorthry has agreed to recognize ours as the only permissible expression of dark worship. It's one true faith. You and your false creed are a blight on these woods. A foul, unholy corruption that must be cleansed.
Why would you listen to them and believe them?
Little wonder the warrior of darkness visits both Lakeland and Ilmeg, yet shuns Raktika. Your perverted teachings hold blessed Shadow at bay.
You have accepted the yoke of Yulmore to spite us, then? Fools. Darkness will never return to these skies while they hold sway.
Those of you minded to obey his lordship are to make for Woven Oath with all haste. We will leave you, that you may have time to prepare.
Woven Oath? Are you suggesting we abandon our fate to join those zealots?
What has your faith afforded you thus far? Nothing! We will guide you along the righteous path.
And should we refuse?
Anyone found here upon our return will be considered a traitor to Yulmore, and dealt with as such.
Kind of annoyed that what's his face showed up and was like, "Hey, I'm gonna give you my fucking insights and stuff on everything that we're doing," and then he just disappears immediately. When I would like to hear what his insight is on all stuff like this. Emmett. Wait by the fire. That was a long cutscene. So with the music, I feel like I'm in a gothic gay 2000s nightclub.
The god hath been afflicted with the most terrible and infectious poison. We have attempted all manner of healing incantations. Alas, his condition remains unchanged. At present, we can but slow the poison's advance. I pray order for us sufficient time to find a cure.
What was that? Hold on. I think. Hold on. As much as I want to continue going, like I want to go on just for like a little bit more, don't think I basically don't think I should keep going. I think this should be it. I don't want to say that my body's feeling weird, but I feel weird enough that I think I should probably just stop for the night. Like I just felt like a weird lurch in my normal. And it made me realize that I think I've been going on for too long. I think I'm both getting incredibly tired, and also the alcohol is finally hitting me. Like, fully hitting me. The worst part about it is that I didn't even finish the whole bottle. Not the bottle, whatever you call it. Not the bottle. It's like, I think I only drank like half the can. Oh, wow, I drank way more than I thought. Never mind, I fucking drank too much for the night. I don't want to say that I'm drunk, but I'm definitely heavily buzzed. Alright. That was fun, though. I hope to continue this as early as I can tomorrow. Today I got held back by errands, and hopefully I won't need to worry about errands tonight. I just go straight to streaming, theoretically.